by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Goff now on second down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, here's Goff. And got him in. It's Woods. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On second down, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Gurley again here on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first and goal, Gurley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. He may try and run for this. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A first carry for Samaje Perine. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got a man. That's Allison. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Goff. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for a loss on the play. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Piron, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. Now Piron. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aaron Donald. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. First down, it's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back to throw, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Goff throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded.
Niall Davis off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Niall Davis, 93 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
On On second down, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace.
Let's go.
Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
319.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dominic Easley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's fielded at the 45. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They run, it's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Fights loose. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And now running right through it.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for gone. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed.
And he's loose again. 30. Touchdown, Packers. Niall Davis, 93 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Goff now looks to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Tiger, Tiger. 17.
On first down, gone. Dancing to his left. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Now it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
319.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Over here.
Again, here's Pirine. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run again with Pirine. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Mannion with his first toss since coming in. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mannion. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing is Mannion. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gone, gone! Gone,
here we go.
gone! Green, 39! Green, 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.